Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a couple of different tags that I will be making for you using washi tape. So let me show you some examples. There'll be a card like this. I'm not going to make exactly the same one, but I'm going to make something that's similar to this. So this one uses washi tape and some fabric. Then I'm gonna have some that uses washi tape and some paper. We use the same one for this ones, and some flowers on here. I will be showing you how to use just the paper. You can also add little embellishments, but mainly using the papers and the washi tape. Then doing a collage of different fabrics. There's that one and that one, and I'll show you how to do one of those. And then just using the regular tag and adding washi tape and a little bit of fabric. So there's that one, and I have those two, and this one has a little embellishment. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, let's take a closer look at the tags. So here all I did is grab some of this tea-dyed fabric and I sewed it onto a tag. I have not punched a hole in any of them yet, but what I did is I got this washi tape from Etsy, and oops I just put a washi tape on there. On the other side I put some fabric, and I added a flower to this one. Here I just have a little lovely girl, and this one I have a lady on this side, and I added the button because it kind of looked empty on that side. So this is what we will be making. So I already have everything ready for the next one. So I have got the washi tape and I put it on here. This is my tag. I pre-make my own tags. So I believe this is 2.5 by 3.5. I believe that's what it is. So you cut this fabric to your desired size. I'm gonna cut that little part off. Okay. Alrighty. And here, I like to make the little ruffles, but it doesn't stay in place. So I have a little trick on how to keep it in place. So I get a needle and a thread, I don't know why I'm doing it with my left hand. There you are. And then I do a little tie on the bottom. And then I grab my fabric, and then I just start sewing in and out right in the middle of it. Okay, so I did that. I'm not gonna cut the fabric. I'm not gonna cut the thread. I'm just going to leave it on, and I'm just going to use the fabric and scrunch it up. Okay, and then here I decide if I want it this way or if I want it that way, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do it this way, and I will uncover the girl's face later on. So that's just like a setup that I like to do, so my wrinkles are already in there because this fabric does not stay in place. Another thing I do to make the shirt is I add some glue dots, and then I add the fabric on top of that glue dot. A little too high. There you are. And okay, there's that. This, that, and then pull on the string a little bit. like this. Okay, so I have that prepped. Alright, I have it prepped, so whenever I start sewing on the machine, it already has the wrinkles and it will be easier to sew it while I'm doing it. Alrighty, so here I'll just go ahead and put that under and pull the string just a little bit so I can straighten it out. Okay, and then sew it right on. And I do like to leave all the strings. I don't like to open and close the stitch. And all I do is I take out the needle and then I pull in the little knot that I made, and then that's how it looks now. And I can go ahead and add the second layer now. So that's what I'm going to do now. Or second set of lines, I guess I would say. Okay, and then I have the second set of lines. I hope you guys can see that. So I have 2 sets of lines there. Alrighty, and now you can just cut off the strings the way they are. Leave them the way they are, cut them off, or what I like to do is I like to tie it twice. And then after that's done, I just go ahead and cut off some strings here. And there's your finished card. You can cut off a little bit piece over here to uncover the girl's face. And you can leave it the way it is right now, or you can add some embellishments. That's what I'm gonna do. So for this one, I'm just going to use my finger here. I'm gonna add some PVA glue. And there you are. So this is the first set of tags. They kind of go in the category. So there's that. Alrighty, now moving on to the next one. On this one, I did it a little bit different. At first, I did just the wrapping paper and then added washi tape in the middle and left it the way it was. I just sewn it all the way around and then just punched a hole. But then, which was the second one I made? I made this one. I had a bunch of leftovers from preparing the other ones, so I just sewed them together. And then I added some flower embellishments and I put the girl on the side instead of the center. And then the next 2 are similar. I have not punched a hole in that one yet, but you can see I did different flowers on the side, kind of something that goes well with the picture. So that's how this one looks like. So on the next set, we'll go ahead and I'll start all the way from scratch. Well, not all the way. I have the tag pre-made. So I have the tag pre-made. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is get your washi tape You can either cut it from the washi, or you can rip just like the way I do it. Okay, so that's how it looks like now. So the next thing I want to do is grab some of that paper. How I like it. So the next thing I want to do is put it down. One. And this is just temporarily, I'm not actually attaching it like this. I'm attaching it only this way so it's easier for me to sew. There's that. And now let's move to the sewing machine so I can do some stitching. Okay, and here you can decide to either if you want to go just one line or go all the way around. And I'm going to go ahead and do the around. This is how it looks now. So let's go ahead and move on. Okay, now here again you can decide if you want to leave it messy, if you want to take out, if you want to tie them first. On this one I'm not going to tie it. You can still write on the back of those if you having difficulty or you don't like writing between the sewing. You can also go ahead and cover it with another tag and then just cover all of that up there. But here you can see it's not all the way straight, so I'm just going to rip some of that paper off. So as I said, you can leave it the way it is right now, or you can go ahead and add some embellishments. And I think this time I'll add this little flower. So get my glue again. Use my finger again. And then go ahead and flip it. Alrighty, and that's it for the second tag. So let's move on to the third one. Is out of just regular scrapbook paper. So I did a card with just regular cardstock, and then I added scrapbook paper on the top of it, and then with the washi tape I cut out the washi tape and I put it along a white cardstock, and then I glued I'm sorry, not glued, I sewn the two cardstocks together, and then I added some leaves on the bottom of that, and then I sewn the actual tag on top of this one. That's the reason why you don't see the square one, because I did it first, and then I added this one to the top of this one. So there's that one. And then on this one is just a regular red paper with washi tape laid directly on top of that. That is just reminded me of Red Riding Hood, so I decided to do some red colors, and this is how it turned up in the back. So there's those two. So this is the one I'm going to be making. I have the same paper as before, and I have this Asian lady sitting here. I thought the paper would go good with that, and then all I'm just doing is attaching it to there and just sewing it around. How it looks like. So let's move on. Okay, and then I'm just going to tie it off like that. So I'm not going to embellish anymore on this one, so I like the way it is, and let's move on. Well, the next one is going to be some fabric collages. So I did this one, looks like Alice in Wonderland, so I applied it on Alice in Wonderland colors, which is red and blue, and there's a darker blue here, which you don't really see it. I applied some paper border on there, and then Alice in Wonderland went directly on to that blue paper that's on the bottom of there. And then I just sewn it around. It does look messy in the back, so you don't have to use it for journaling. You can also use it for journaling, or you can cover it with another tag and use that for journaling. Then this one, I really like this one. I don't know if I can give it away. It's just came out so cute and I love it. But what I did is I went ahead and grabbed the washi tape, which is this girl smelling this lavender flowers, or lavender color flowers. I'm not sure what kind of flower that is. I put it in this gray cardstock, and then I did the same border punch around there. I added some lace and some more of that floral fabric on top, and it does look also messy in the back, but I left all the strings the way they were because it looks so cute. So there's that one, and this is how we're going to make it. So I have my fabric, I have my washi tape, and I have some lace. So I'm gonna attach the fabric to this first by sewing it. Yes, okay. So let's grab that. it looks like now. Okay, so here I'm just gonna pull all the strings to one side. And I'm just gonna cut it off here. And then do the same thing over here. And some over here. Okay, so then I just want to make this more enjoyable to look at, so I can either go right next to it and just cut it off, or you can make it frayed, whichever way you want to do. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I missed the actual tag there, which is fine for me. I like it. Here you are. And that's how that one looks like. Here comes my last one. I only created one beforehand because it was kind of like this, but in the back, instead of having fabric, I did paper. So I created this again, Alice in Wonderland inspired, because the picture looks so much like Alice in Wonderland. I put it in a white cardstock this time, so it shows up better than that one there did. Then I went ahead and added it to this clock wrapping paper. It kind of reminded me of Alice in Wonderland, and that's what I did. And then I added some tulle that kind of will look good if it was part of her dress. And I added some lace because of that H that was part of. And I just sewed over that like that. So let me show you the one I'm gonna create. So this one has a bunch of pieces. I'm not sure how I will incorporate some of the items. I already had most of the items laid down, but some of them I'm not sure about. So alrighty, so for the last one here, I have everything prepared. So I have this ribbon that looks like a birch tree. I have the little girl laid down on a white cardstock, and that's just how it looks like on the white, because the background of her is yellowish. And then I have some lace here, and then some leaves to go with the winter fall kind of a theme. So first thing I'm gonna do, is attach my little papers. Okay. The next thing that I wanted to do was add the lace on the bottom, lace on the side, okay, one piece on the side, a little bit lower, okay, and then another piece over here, move a bit closer in. Okay, I think I'm going to add Okay, and that's how it looked like there. Okay, and then I just need to sew around it and then sew in the middle. Alrighty, and there's the last one. Alrighty, so this is some tags that I've created. I hope this gave you inspiration to go ahead and try making some yourselves. And let me know what you think in the comments down below, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.